Can you believe this? I'm going to put this on pause. Everybody, before I get too far into this stream, I'm going to remove this. I need to make sure I'm looking into a new camera. Before I get too far in, people, first of all, are we live? Do I need to lean into the camera? Let me just move this here. Some of you may know where I am. I'm going to give everyone 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count before I not disclose my location, but disclose where I am. I just dribbled water out of my mouth. Okay. Apparently, this was supposed to be the giveaway. This is Alison Morrow's moonshine jug. I'm live at Alison Morrow's place. She's still a journalist, but the journalist who left MSM to build her own awesome locals channel. We're good. All right. And Lynn, Lynn Westover, you want to come say hi? Who was on for an interview. How's it going? Lynn is self-described tech support. I'm looking at 2 screens, a nice DSLR camera. I got the mic right here. Mic check 1, 2. And I'm at Allison's place in Florida on my way to Alabama because it's the 4th RNC debate. I'm going to have done like the full, it's beyond a hat trick. This is the grand slam of RNC debates. I'm heading to Alabama for the 4th RNC debate with my kid, my youngest, in a car. And it's thus far it's been amazing. So let me know. I'm told everything is fantastic. We're going to go back to the intro. What I wanted to do is make sure that we're live everywhere. So we are live, or should be, on YouTube, where we will be ending shortly. We're live on Rumble. Make sure on Rumble, hit the thumbs up, share the link around, because I gave no one notification that I was going live. I gotta put that on pause. Okay, that's on pause now. Are we live on Locals? I was giving Locals an update earlier today, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. I wasn't able to attach photos, which was weird because I wanted to attach a photo from where I was. But hold on a second. Let me just see that we're live on Locals. We should be. I've got to go to where I posted it. Give me 2 seconds, everyone, to get everything set up here. I'm totally not at a my standard location. On the road again. Let's see here on Locals stream settings. Let's refresh this and make sure before I go into the rant. And okay, StreamYard's sharing. Let's see here. We see 5 people here. I'm going to refresh on StreamYards on Locals. Okay, good. And we are live on Locals. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, we're live everywhere, people. We'll do it live. This is going to be amazing. So I'm driving to Alabama. Thus far, it's been amazing. We stopped at Gatorland on the way because my wife, mother-in-law, had our youngest kid. They went to some, I don't know, timeshare place that my mother-in-law has that she can't get rid of. And it's in Orlando. So they went to Gatorland today, and then they went back, and I drove up to Gatorland to make the exchange with my wife, take our kid who wants to come to the 4th RNC debate. Kids, I don't know how old he's, 7 or 8 years old, in grade 1, 2, or 3. I forget which now. It doesn't really matter. He wants to go. We're going to go to Tuscaloosa, and we're going to watch the debate. He's going to learn about American government, which is very fitting because I know that his homework entails talking about Congress, learning about Congress, and now he's going to see firsthand the awful and sordid world that is politics. Sweet home, Alabama. Sweet home. You know what? I actually have to play that. So that's what we're doing today. First stop, Alison Morrow, Lynn Westover. They are allowing us to stay here tonight. It's amazing meeting people in person for the first time. It doesn't feel like it's the first time that we've met in person because it feels like I know them. I mean, I text Lynn all the time. I text Alison. We've had we've streams together. I know them. And then you see them in person, and it's rather surreal, and it's beautiful out here. I'll start off with an anecdote before getting into that. I was told you have to wait like a good 90 seconds before dropping F bombs and using Nazi words on YouTube. I'm joking. I drank for the first time ever in my life that I know of unpasteurized goat milk, unpasteurized milk, and something called kefir, mango kefir. Look, I haven't drunk milk in years. I don't drink milk. I only have cream in my coffee, so I don't know what to compare it to. The unpasteurized goat milk tasted absolutely innocuous, delicious if you like milk. Which the unpasteurized cow milk was also normal, at least standard. The kefir, the mango kefir, as my mother-in-law would tell me to say, was not something I was used to. It was very, very pungent. I can see how it's an acquired taste like Marmite, that Australian salty dish, but Marmite is something that I've actually gotten used to in life. Kefir, whatever that was, not so much. I'm still have a bit of the still have a bit of the aftertaste. It actually, I told Allison this. None of them were offended, but it's locally produced, but they weren't offended. I said, look, I once in my entire life had an alcohol that I absolutely could not drink. It wasn't tequila. It wasn't Goldschlager. It was something called whey or goat whey gin. Gin made from fermented goat milk. Oh, Vegemite. Yeah, Vegemite, not Marmite. What the heck? Vegemite. That's yeah. I don't mind Vegemite. It's actually kind of delicious. But I had fermented goat whey gin, undrinkable. I mean, I think I'd sooner have what Jackass, those guys had like the fermented saliva that they make down in the jungle in South America. I think I'd sooner drink that. Couldn't drink it. Bottle still at my parents' place in Canada. No, see, kefir, and then I was telling Allison, like, yeah, I've had kefir up in Montreal. You go to Bagels on Green, that restaurant around the corner from where I used to live, and you get like your totally sweetened, mass-produced kefir. I was like, oh, like a mango smoothie. Didn't taste like a mango smoothie. The link to Rumble, please. Good point. Let me do that. I didn't pin that. So that's what I'm doing. We've driven thus far. I don't know, whatever we drove. 3 hours. Is that possible? Give or take, whatever. We drove quite a bit today. Where is the YouTube link? Oh, so hold on one second. I'm going to go to YouTube. Oh, that's because I didn't bring up the YouTube. So let me post that link, and then we're going to get back to the intro now that I've made sure everything is good. I'm not used to doing streams without headphones. I feel naked, and I've got no de facto. What are those things called? The put your hair, a beret. I've got no natural beret. Ooh, but look at this. Uh-oh, what just happened? Dismiss. Okay, so that's cool. Actually, the camera shooting with a DSLR is actually quite nice. Oh, sign into chat. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to sign into chat, everybody. So you'll have to find the link on. I can't sign into YouTube right now. Okay, let us get back to the intro. Speaking of Nazis, let's get back to the intro, shall we? Here, it's amazing, and it's courtesy, or from the hard work of Drea Humphrey and Rebel News. I don't care what problems people think they have with Ezra Levant, Rebel News, whatever. They do good work. I'm going to bring this back up. This is my DMs were blowing up. Everyone's like, you got to get to this story, Viva. There's another, Covington kids of Canada, except in Canada, it's, like far right extremist Nazi salutes. Everyone's a Nazi. Everything's a Nazi. Even when you're, a Christian praying to God. You have to see this. This is the journalist answering questions as to why she depicted in her article a man as having given a Nazi salute when all that he was doing, and as is apparent to her knowledge, was praying to God. Listen to this. Do we play it from the beginning? Yeah, here, let's play it from the beginning. We'll get the intro here. I'm going to find this guy. I'm going to ask I'm very familiar and close with everyone at Rebel News. I'm going to get this guy on for an interview. Listen to this. We're not watching it in full, but you know where to find it. Jacqueline Gilino from Black Press Media. Wait, we're not going to play the whole thing, just enough. And then I'm going to get to my joke. Mute. Oh, you can't hear. Hey, Lynn, we can't hear. How do I do this? Hold on one second. I'll get it. No audio, Viva. Ginger, I got this is fantastic. Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna have to text Lynn. Chat is saying they can't hear the audio. Let me see this. Okay, good. Oh, we're coming back to it. That was Drea Humphrey talking about the story. You're gonna have to pull your jaw for. Let me see if I can't figure it out. I'm a smart guy. See, this is why you get routine, and then Well, we'll get there in a second. And if we don't, oh, I think he's coming. He's coming. On another note, my kid also ate a radish straight out of the dirt. Amazing. They say no audio on the video. No, off the video being played.
I apologize.
Don't worry. We'll get it, people.
Let's see here. You're hearing it though, right?
Yeah, I hear it here.
All right.
Reading some of the chat. Oh, audio, layouts, audio, speaker, mic, speaker. We'll see, people. Worse comes to worse. I'll just do what I did the last time and dub it over in real time. It doesn't matter. What?
Yeah, I don't know why that's weird. Why?
Don't. What we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna say what she's saying as we listen to it. If you could only read lips. Don't worry. So here, the truth is, I only wanted to play this portion here anyhow. Oh, and it's got subtitles. Okay, look, I'll tell you what she's saying. The only problem is you're not going to get the inflection in her voice, the insincere deflection inflection. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. And that was the only video we had anyhow, so we're good. You know what? Hold on a second. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to do something afterwards. You will not hear the deflection inflection. She's asked, let me hear what the question was. The guy who got defamed as a Nazi was asking her questions, recording it. Here. Okay, they're talking about MSM. They want to hold this journalist responsible. No, that there was no Nazi salute. I was there, and I couldn't say that there was no Nazi salute. Could you say that there was? And then they're going to ask, have you ever seen people pray before? The story said that it was apparent. Look, we're gonna wiggle out of this. She comes in and says that I couldn't say that there wasn't one. I couldn't say there wasn't one. But you were there. Okay, hold on. We're gonna stop this because I'm using two screens here. We're gonna have to. What's the word? When you addition through subtraction. We're gonna simplify this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, how do you get out? Oh, this is okay. Here, this is what I want to do. This, okay. We're gonna addition through subtraction today, people. That journalist, Jacques Galino, falsely stated that there was an apparent Nazi salute for people praying on the street where the man was putting his hand up to the sky, praying to God. In that video, which you can find on Rebel News' Twitter feed, the guy who had been so defamed is asking her, did you see any Nazi salute there? To which she says, I couldn't definitively say that there was no Nazi salute. And he says, but did you see one? And she says, well, as a journalist, sometimes I have to report how people feel. And, and then say, have you ever seen anybody pray before? It's like, I've seen people pray like this. I've seen people pray like this. You shouldn't have been saying like that in so many words. And in doing it, she made a gesture, which I then ironically said, this is the gesture she made in her video, where they had recorded her, said, look, oh, I saw you doing this. And it actually looks like she's saying like, Zeke, you know, if one were to really be deceitful in journalizing, as this journalist was, one could say, look at these screen grabs of this woman giving the Nazi salute. And it even looks like she's saying something that starts with a Z as she's saying it. And I made the funny observation joke that, you know, to the extent that context is no longer necessary for journalism, hey, look at this. I got a picture of that reporter making a Nazi salute. I guess we can call her a right-wing extremist now, since we don't even need to know context anymore. We'll see. I don't think the journalist is going to give me an interview, but I'm going to definitely try to get the interview of the individual who was defamed. The problem is, you know, at some point in time, nobody's going to take these allegations seriously, and so the question is, who takes these liars at their word? I think the other problem is that some people do still take these people at their word, and you live in a small community, in a small town. And some people believe this crap, or they use it as an excuse to demonize religion in general, and then wonder why there's a spate of churches being burned in Canada. Who could possibly imagine why, when you have journalists labeling praying Christians as Nazis? Because I couldn't definitively say that there was not a Nazi salute, except she was there. Context dependent, knew that they were all praying, because there's a video of the incident that was brought to her attention, although it didn't need to be, because from what I understand, she was there. And then as the guy who's recording her is asking her the questions, that is her answer. So my joke is, those are the rules. Those are her rules. Context is no longer relevant. So I guess we can all now call this journalist a Nazi. Don't. Because I don't like being as dishonest and deceitful as them. I don't like being dishonest or deceitful, period. I just like to highlight the absurdity, insanity, and inanity of the double standards that they live by, which are no standards at all. Freeze her bank account, says Ken Elliott. Preach, Viva, says Mr. Nobody. The streams on the road are going to be not glitchy. They're just going to be... we've all gotten used to it. So I can't... The audio, it's funny. It's the same audio problem that I actually had when I was testing out the Rumble Studio, and I wonder if it has to do with the mic. But either way, go check out that story. Can I do this? If I go here, and then I go copy. Oh, yeah, here we go. I can do this, and then I can go into the chat. I'm logged into my... Here we go. Boom. There's the tweet in Rumble. And on the road again, here's the tweet in Locals. Everybody, thank you. Now, what we're going to do before we head over to YouTube, and we don't... It's not going to be a marathon stream today, because I've been told that we're having tacos at give or take 6 o'clock. So what we're going to do before we get over to... We're going to end this on YouTube. For those of you who don't know, Viva Fry, Montreal litigator turned Florida rumbler. And now, what's it called? Gonzo journalism of that guy from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. His name was... Not going to remember it. Anyhow, I'll be streaming on Wednesday, not the event itself, the fourth RNC debate, because they're really strict about capturing too much image that is for Fox News. I'll be streaming 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. No, p.m. a.m. 11 in the morning, the day of. It'll be a 1 or 2 hour stream. Hopefully I'll get some fun people to pop in on video. So I'll be streaming the day of, be doing the Viva on the Street. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be fantastic, if I dare say so myself. As always, tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'll probably have a stream somewhere along the way. Tomorrow we might just go straight to Tuscaloosa. Barnes gave me an itinerary, but we'll see how much we can do in one day. It's 8 hours. Hunter S. Thompson, thank you very much. Viva, go to the Bear Bryant Museum. I will. Hunter S. Thompson, look at this. You guys are, look at, boom, boom, boom. Everyone get, yes, I would have gotten it at some point. Link, oh, that's where I can share the Rumble link. Here, let me share the Rumble link. Man, I was driving up here today with the kid in the car. We were listening to Bongino, and my kid is asking, who is this guy? I like him. And he's right to like him. Listening to the quartering a little bit. I listened to an episode of Jordan Peterson talking about the Bible, and he was interpreting the passage where God created Adam and Eve, created Eve out of Adam's rib. I listened to 2.5 hours of Jordan Peterson interpreting one story from the Bible, and I was absolutely engrossed, enchanted. It was fascinating, amazing. Absolutely, stunning. From I forget what year it was. This was 2018, 2019, I think. No, 2020. It was May 2020, but I think it's an older speech that he gave. Absolutely amazing. I'm hooked. I'm going to go listen to Jordan Peterson interpret all of the stories from the Bible. Amazingly insightful. But what I wanted to do before we go over to YouTube. Oh, crap. I'll add it afterwards. I think I might have actually forgotten to indicate that this stream has a sponsorship. And it does, and it's Field of Greens. And I'm going to add the links afterwards so you all know where to go. I'm on the road, people. Sometimes when you're on the road, you can't get your 5 to 7 servings of raw fruits and vegetables daily. Spoiler alert, today I didn't. I got 1 to 2 because at Gator vegetables. I had some little gator bites. They were delicious, but they don't serve very many vegetables. And if they do, they are deep fried at Gatorland. I'm joking. I'm sure they had a salad somewhere. Most people don't know you're supposed to have 5 to 7 servings of raw fruits and vegetables a day. And most people do not have that, especially when traveling. I find it exceedingly difficult to find raw fruits and vegetables. A healthy habit that you can have under any circumstances, a spoonful of Field of Greens twice a day, one full is 1 serving of fruits and vegetables. Twice a day, you got 2 servings of fruits and vegetables. You cut out bad, nasty habits of having disgusting energy drinks, chemical-laden diet energy drinks, or diet drinks, which are just terrible anyhow. I found out how bad sucralose is, but it's amazing stuff. It tastes good. It looks like, I say it looks like swamp water lovingly because it's rich in nutrients like swamp water is. It tastes delicious. So whatever it looks like, it looks healthy. It tastes healthy. It tastes delicious. It is made from fruits and vegetables. It's not a supplement. It's not an extract. Desiccated greens. So it's a powder. It's pulverized. It's a food. So it's USDA organic, made in America. Tastes delicious, healthy. Get the antioxidants and nutrients of fruits and vegetables. 1 spoonful twice a day. Healthy habit, healthy body, healthy mind, exercise, eat well. And you start by getting your fruits and veggies. So fieldofgreens.com, promo code VIVA4. I believe it's 10% off your first order. It's delicious. It's great. Do it. It's a healthy habit. All right. And thank you very much to Field of Greens. Now, I'm going to pull the screen out because we're going to go to this afterward. 2 good pieces of news, if you can believe. We got 2 good pieces of news. And Satan incarnate, not stop, remove. We're going to go like that, remove. And Satan incarnate, like hell on earth. Hell is other people. Or what brand? Anything. Lynn is amazing. He just said, what gin should I get? Anything. I'm not, just as long as it's not fermented goat milk gin. We got some actual good news, if you can believe it. 2 good news stories, and then Satan, like devil embodied in humans, hell on earth. That's an amazing thing. I understand the Bible now in a sense that people pulling lessons of life, people, the original self-help book in a non-demeaning way. It's amazing. And I understand now how this book, which is thousands of years old, applies as much today as it did back in the day. And it's 3,000 years, as Jordan Peterson astutely pointed out, of people honing the stories, honing what it is to be human, human nature. Concise stories of human nature, refined over time, passed down from generation to generation. And so, when people talk about fire and brimstone or whatever the heck it is in hell, it's a metaphor for what life can actually be like on earth when the demons actually take control of earth. And we'll end with that just because it's the most outrageous thing that you can ever imagine. Good is making a comeback, and I see the God in there too. I can tell you something though. I'm not a religious man. I might be spiritual, and I know some people might say that that's the first step towards being religious. It might be a distinction without a difference. Jordan Peterson could get me to get religious. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to end it on YouTube, and we're going to go over for 2 good news stories. Sorry for the it's going to be what it is. I love this. Wearing a Salty Army shirt. Some kid asked me, "What's Salty Cracker? What's Salty Army?" I was like, "You're too young, kid, but the shirt is the softest cotton. I slept in it. I've spent the day in it. I might have to, take a shower this afternoon." But let's get on over to Rumble so we can talk about some good stuff. But go check out that video from Rebel News, and don't harass anybody. Don't harass the journalists. But express on social media if you are so inclined. Enough of the bullshit. Enough of the lies. We're not stupid. There are cameras everywhere. You get caught in a lie, a normal person with a conscience and dignity wouldn't have lied in the first place. But someone with a fear of God who gets caught in a lie would apologize. But not journalists. Double down. I can't not say that there was no Nazi. Yes, you can. You can because you know, but you got caught and you're a child. Before we even head over to Rumble, last insight. This is my insight of life. Children are children because they don't have developed senses of morals. They don't understand consequences. They don't respect consequences. Typically what happens as you get older is you learn to have morals. You learn that being bad, being dishonest, being deceitful doesn't work. It doesn't get you places in life. And you also learn that there are consequences to deceit. You learn, about delayed gratification. You learn about integrity, honesty. There's nothing wrong when a child does not yet know those lessons. But what I've noticed is that the biggest, and I'm going to swear, I apologize, people, the biggest assholes that are adults are no different than children. They don't recognize, they don't admit when they made a mistake. When they get caught in a lie, like a child does, instead of just owning up to it, admitting it, they double down, they make another lie, they make another lie. And so the only difference between a child and an asshole adult is that a child is not expected to know better and is expected to learn as they get older. And if they don't, they grow up to be an asshole adult. So that's it. What we're going to do now is we're going to end on YouTube, fieldofgreens.com. Thank you very much. As always, wonderful company and a wonderful product. Ending on YouTube, 5, 4, 3,